All right. Looks like things are set up here. Competitors just practicing their shortcut jokers, perhaps. Could be a little foreshadowing. Gonna have Cheech picking first here. Am I hearing my own audio through Haddock's stream? Or is that? I don't know what's happening there. Getting some delayed feedback. No worries. All good. Yeah, no, it makes sense. It would be nice to have it on, but these are the challenges we face with technology. If only two wizards could come along and figure out a magic spell to break this curse of audio feedback. Will the wizards reveal themselves? Which, for anybody listening now or later, is just a callback to a message Haddock sent me earlier saying he had a dream that we were both wizards. I forget what exactly. Fighting against some evil, most likely. Defending our home from magical forces. That sounds about right. So, Cheech is taking on the pressure of first pick, thinking it over. Can synchronize stream titles from both. Looking good. No, you're right on time. Cheech is still making up his mind on the first pick here, so you're just in time. This will be a great match. Yo, Aria, what's going on? Yes, indeed. Good luck to both. Both great players versus legends. Aria's out in the woods. Nice. It's a good day for a walk. Definitely a lot warmer than yesterday, about like 20 degrees warmer out here on the East Coast, so I also got out on a walk for a bit. The ranks, I was just thinking that. I don't know if I could find that real quick. All right, Cheech is going Sherbert Land 3 lap. Start it off. I'll give them a countdown here. Got the ready from both. All right, let's see how synced we can get. Yo, wah. Glad you're feeling better. So Haddock definitely starting a few seconds before here. About 5 seconds. Both NTSC. Yeah, that should be interesting too, especially because these dudes definitely both know their stuff. Looking pretty good so far from both. Got around that penguin for Haddock. Cheech kind of bonked between the walls, but still got past the penguin. Who am I biased towards? That I really couldn't. I don't know if I could answer that. All right, I missed Haddock's, but it was a 3402, I guess, from Cheech. See how these shrooms look. Ooh, tight there, but got through the penguin. Ooh, dang, right in there for Cheech. Big bonk. Yo, Kakanu. Seems like both of them have been grinding, actually. Cheech has been doing a lot, trying to get all of his times into the top 200, so I'm pretty interested to see how both fare today. Haddock gets by clean, no penguins in the cave. And then Cheech gets a pretty clean line there. Good penguin cycle at least. Got 140.62. And 144 flat. Wow. Love to see a flat. No swag endings. Yeah, well, can be, sometimes when the pressure is on, I just, you're not even thinking about it. Good start for both. Little penguin mishap for Cheech, but still strong driving. Cheech saying, why did I pick that? That is pretty relatable. All right, Haddock moving us over to Chaco Mountain 3-lap. Wait for the roadie. Ready. Cheech is ready. Haddock is ready. See how good we can get this countdown. Oop, not that great. Seems like Haddock's getting the messages probably a little before. About like 3.5 seconds in front of Cheech there. Missed MT and drag over the hill there, but seemed like Haddock was pretty clean before that. See, no, didn't even notice where Haddock put that first mushroom. At the beginning of the first lap, 33.73, 33.45, so Cheech is about a third of a second ahead. Fires off that mushroom. Both looking pretty clean around the curve. Not the best hills, 33.43, 32.95. Dang. Cheech is making some tight lines here. Cheech pretty tight on that fence, but gets around without bonking. Pretty clean MTs all around from Haddock, but not the best hills. Cheech getting a little better hills there. 140.51, 139.53. One for Cheech. Yeah, it was a really nice one from Cheech. Very solid. But honestly, very good for Haddock too. Those laps are consistent and they only got better as it went along. So really not too much to sneeze at there. 1 point all here. Cheech pretty close to PR, he says. Very nice. Yeah, that 32 lap, that was nice. There was a tick on you. Damn. Gotta watch out for those ticks. Bad news. It is anyone's game. And both great racers. That's makes things pretty exciting here. Probably going to be going for some aggressive strats, but we'll see how safe each carter goes as the stakes get higher. Cheech going to Royal Raceway 3 lap next. Feels like it's been featured heavily this season. We do love Royal Raceway. All right, both carters are ready. Count them down. Guess it takes less time for my messages to get to Wisconsin than it does get to Washington or Oregon. I'm always forgetting Cheech is up there in the Northwest, but saying the wrong state. Pretty nice jumps over that hill from both, which is a big factor, especially in a 3 lap. Well, flap 2. Pretty nice line there for Cheech, for Haddock, and also for Cheech. Both getting those MTs on the ramp. See how this S turn goes. Drops that second one to get a better line, which is probably good. .48.67, 49.27. So Haddock got kind of pretty significant lead there. A little over half second. Pretty nice jump from Cheech there. Oh, okay, he was in the grass a bit. Might have missed that. Nice room from Haddock. Little bit of a cart dance out in the grass from Cheech before the mushroom, but gets a good line after. Good recovery. Ooh, close to the hill there. Cheech getting that S turn pretty nice. 49.05. 48.85. So maybe now Haddock's a little less than a half second ahead. Still ahead, but not by much, as much. Getting a couple wide lines there. Cheech following up pretty tight, getting a little grass. Ooh, just shaving that side of the wall. Cheech gets a pretty good mushroom there. Pretty clean S turn from Haddock. And maybe one of those MTs missed at least. Hard to do without the sound. 226, 46, 227, 39. Yeah, it seemed like there were a couple spots that Cheech was, I think, getting some tighter lines sometimes, but then got into the grass a little bit. Yeah, Haddock pretty consistent aside from that second lap was pretty good, high 48s. But yeah, very close. Another good one. So that's 2 points for Haddock. So this could be this is a set point here. Haddock choosing Koopa Troopa Beach, 3 lap. I guess Cheech had some nerves at the beginning there. After that grass, understandable. All right. Count them down. Oh yes, another ramp. Another track with a very infamous ramp. I would doubt that we're going to be seeing ramp MTs on this one. I feel like they're probably going to just play it safe and get a good solid hop into the tunnel. But you never know. Pretty clean around that bend for Haddock. Looking pretty good on Cheech's side. Getting in the tunnel okay for both. Both pretty safe. Looking good. Good mushrooms. Missed that. 27.63. I think it was another 27 from Haddock. Both getting those MTs pretty good. A little bonk from Cheech on that last one. Getting into the tunnel. Pretty nice. Solid exit. No trees. 27.69 from Haddock. 27.97. I missed Haddock's first lap just barely, but pretty close. I'm feeling like Haddock might be a tiny bit ahead. Gets into the tunnel just fine. Cheech getting a good adjustment there last minute. This looks pretty close. 122.55. All right, Cheech a little bit behind there. $123.31. And that is a set for Haddock. Yeah, it seems like maybe he's erased some records. Flashing numbers do feel good. It's a good dopamine hit. All right. Cheech choosing to start off set 2 with Yoshi Valley 3 lap. Good choice. This should be fun. Looks like both are ready. Give them a countdown. Stay in your lane. All right, let's see. Are we gonna get some risky maneuvers here? Haddock goes to the spinies first time and gets through pretty well. Oh, hits the wall. So Cheech might be a little bit ahead, but he had a bit of a bonk right before the spinies as well. I think there's a bit of a delay though, so I would say Cheech is maybe a bit ahead. 32.40, 29.91. Yeah, so Cheech got a couple seconds there. Had it going risky. Oh, and just barely avoiding not going off. He's still in it, but definitely losing some time. Cheech gets over. Haddock gets over. Now is Haddock going to go real risky lap 3 to try to make it up? The whole thing. 33.25. I missed Cheech's. Was looking down at this map. He goes for it. I think that was the right move, but also a difficult move. It seemed like a solid pick for Cheech. Getting off to the right foot here after the first set went to Haddock. So we got 137.38 from Haddock. And 132.79 from Cheech. Nice one, Cheech. Showing some good strategic decisions here. Sometimes that's just all you got to do, and looks like Haddock might be returning the favor here with another very similar track, in just in terms of, you know, these disasters that can kind of go wrong after another. BC, Bowser's Castle, which I know Cheech was just working on yesterday. He's been, like I said, doing a bunch of time trials, getting scores into the top 200. So hopefully he's pretty well warmed up. I'm guessing both are on this one. But yeah, this is always fun. All right. Give him that countdown and see what happens. Indeed, yes, Yoshi did win on Yoshi Valley. Which is always nice. All right, about 3 seconds behind on Cheech's feed. Both got pretty nice mushrooms right there. Ooh, man, that was a little riskier on the thwomps from Cheech, but he got through okay. Little twisty turny on that bridge, but straightened it out. Both were moving through pretty well. Dropped MT there, maybe on the bridge for Cheech, but still looking okay. 38.65 for Haddock, 38.32. So about a third of a second in front for Cheech on that first lap. Another good clean line there from Haddock. Cheech once again looking a little risky there, but gets through them. Oh, but bonks into a thwomp. So that's probably setting Cheech back a good amount there. Haddock's just got to try to like just what Cheech did on the last track of like just trying to keep it steady. No crazy aggressive moves. 38.46. It's a good, nice clean lap. 40.39. So yeah, Haddock's just got to keep it steady. Avoid those thwomps, which he does. No fancy big moves. Ooh, and very good response there. Braking a little bit even to avoid that thwomp. He knew that's what... He knew he could slow down a bit even, but as long as he just didn't hit that thwomp. Both looking pretty clean though on this lap. Got 155.83. And Cheech really not that far behind. That was a solid lap 3, a 37. Wow. That was very well played by both. Really nice aggressive driving from Cheech, almost getting it back. $155.83 and $156.41. Nice one. Yeah, Haddock almost hit that thwomp, but very nice. Very good reflexes. Abney in with the timely Marty emoji. Emote. That is one of those moments when you see the thwomp looking right at you. Your life flashes before your eyes. Betrayed by the thwomps. Always. Cousin Dale. Nice. All right. Cheech going over to Wah Stadium. Haddock is ready. Cheech is ready. Counting them down. That's funny that Wah Master asks what track is next. It is the Wah Stadium. That's how Cheech put it too. All right. So we got... Oh. We got a false start there from Cheech. But that's okay. Getting it going. Haddock can keep going. We'll just be about 17 seconds behind on the second longest track. It's nothing, right? I probably should have been looking at the tracks. I'll keep an eye out more this time. All right, just straight line through there. No flip-flop MTs, which seems like the right move. Pretty nice mushroom there from Cheech. Tight line around that corner. Also just getting a nice clean line there. Tight around that next corner. Little cart dance over the hill for Haddock. Pretty tight around the final corner though. We got 1:15.10 on Haddock's side. Cheech looking pretty clean there on the final stretch as well. 1:15.07. Wow. So only 300ths apart. Haddock has the tiny lead there, but even though the lag is large, the difference is small. Pretty nice line there from Haddock on that mushroom. That was looking good. Pretty clean around those two little hills for Cheech, making some great lines as well. Nice mushroom. Looks like I couldn't see the end of that MT. Both going relatively safe, but very clean, very tight lines. Both looking pretty good at their respective parts of the track. All right, Haddock's got a 1:15.08. Dang, these are tight laps. They've all been within 300ths of each other. Let's see how Cheech comes into this one. 1:14.70. Damn, Cheech is boosting. All right, so he's definitely got, now about a third of a second. Dang, Haddock gets a wonky line there on the mushroom. which is not what he wants right now. He's gonna hope that Cheech gets some wackiness on these hills. Plenty of spots where you can get thrown off. Not a very tight line, but definitely gets a better curve around there than Haddock did. Both looking pretty good. All right, 345, 6-7. Let's go. All right. But this is looking pretty good from Cheech, so I'd be surprised if he lost that much time. Yeah, that's 344.88. Nice one, Cheech. Very tight laps. Yeah, getting a 114 in a one try, especially with Cheech's rank, that's very impressive. Very good stuff. Well, I think after the first lap... Wait, was it? I'm trying to think now. I guess it was. Yeah, it was just a tiny bit. Okay, I thought Haddock was ahead, but I think you're right, Wah. I think I miscommentated it. The first lap was like a 115. Yeah, now I'm looking just at the screen. Cheech was ahead by 03, not Haddock. All right. Next track. Good pick indeed. Oh, whoops. Yes. Thank you, Haddock. Just saw that myself. I had the scores there, but didn't hit the save. So now, Y is correct. It is 2-1 Cheech. And it is Haddock's pick. See what Haddock can choose here to try to make the comeback for this set. Ooh, Banshee Boardwalk 3-lap. That is a spicy pick, but I know Cheech is pretty solid on this in the verses. Both are. Okay, Cheech says this is the end of me, so we'll see. Give him a countdown, and we'll go. Both drivers have the right track up this time. Checking that. All right, so yeah, another kind of like 3-second lag here. Didn't see Cheech's start boost as well as Haddock's. Both looking pretty clean so far, though. Haddock getting that. Oh, damn. And there goes Cheech. Getting that shroom spot bounce. There's not much you can do about that. So Cheech is going to be really hoping Haddock finds himself. All right, 36-64. Finds himself in some similar situation, bounty house type situation. 42.02, so about 4 seconds behind. 3.5, 4. Haddock is playing it safe, leaving out that MT, just getting the broad strokes, making sure he doesn't fall off. Cheech is doing his best, though, to come back and taking that turn a little too tight. 35.92. Looks like Cheech might be conceding here. That's fair. Banshee Boardwalk can do that. Go to the coffin. The run is dead. Go to the coffin. It happens to the best of us. So that turned out to be a solid pick from Haddock there. Very well played. 148.96. Just hiding in the bat house. Almost fell off. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why sometimes, you know, pays off to just keep going, although it didn't make the difference this time. You never know when somebody else might take a risky jump or something might go wrong. Like that first bounce, like, you know, that was a bummer. It just happens. All right. 2-2. Set point here, either way it goes. Ooh, and Cheech is choosing DKJP. Shortcut, 3-lap. Spicy pick. Haddock is ready. This is a pretty fun one to decide the set with. All right, Cheech is ready. Give him the countdown. Questionable pick. I think it was, well, actually, I could have sworn it was Haddock, actually, who was practicing this one at the beginning. And I think Cheech was practicing Wario Stadium shortcut. So we'll see. See what happens. Pretty nice setup there from both. Cheech goes into the water, but does get the shortcut. Oh, Haddock gets a bonk off of there. So does Cheech, though. So Haddock still probably has the advantage here. Cheech gets through in the water, but gets the lap. Haddock is bonking. I didn't even see the lap for first. 47 for Haddock, so guessing Cheech has got the advantage. Did Cheech not get the skip that time? Okay, Haddock gets a 10-second lap there, so he's bringing it in pretty quick. Oh no, Cheech falling through. Haddock claims it, it looks like. Dang, tricky. All right, 110.58. And Cheech, oh man, was going for it, but understandable. It's a fair amount of bonks. Good pick either way. That was a fun one to end the match with, or the set with. That is 2 sets for Haddock there. A very close set there. 3-2 set. So the Cheech comeback is definitely not out of question. All right. Cheech now starting off this set with DKJP 3-lap non-shortcut. A nice pick, a nice transition. Haddock is ready. Cheech is ready. Give him the countdown. And here we go. See how these ramps and these cave climbs look. The big deciders, usually. Pretty nice start from Haddock and from Cheech. Avoids that Kawano bonk. Pretty nice from Haddock. Maybe a little further down for Cheech. Both getting pretty good shrooms there. Driving pretty clean. Oh, a little slow down there from Haddock, but gets over. I missed that 38.68 from Cheech. I'm guessing Cheech might have a bit of a lead. I don't know if anybody caught Haddock's first lap. Looked back right as it disappeared. Haddock was grinding this track a few days ago and getting some pretty nice lines, so well practiced on it. Cheech is looking pretty good though too. Haddock taking another aggressive line there, 39.50, 38.93. Gets over, pretty nice line there. Gets the third Kawano fruit, but still decent lines from both. Ooh, slow down there from Cheech, but still claims it. Good one from Cheech. So, Haddock gets 157.40 and 157.17 for Cheech. Close one. Very nice. Really nice from Cheech. I feel like it was mostly just that little, like the slowdown at the end after the third cave climb that stood out from Cheech. But other than that, those are some pretty nice laps. Haddock getting some nice laps in there as well. We do love a close race. All right, Haddock hovering over some Flower Cup tracks. Choosing MR 3-lap over to Mario Raceway. See if we get any mushroom cuts. Yo, Psychedelic Joey, what's going on? Good to see you. All right, Haddock is ready. Cheech is ready. Give him the countdown. For a second there, I thought Haddock was hovering over Toad's Turnpike, maybe getting us into some traffic, but going to Mushroom Land here. Mario Mushroom Land. Ooh, Haddock going for the mushroom cut and getting a pretty nice one. And Cheech getting a little caught, but not too much. Honestly, that's pretty good from both. Impressive stuff. We got 25.07 from Haddock. And 25.51 from Cheech, about a half second behind. Haddock getting another nice clean mushroom cut. Cheech going safe this time. Solid decision. Flipping that wall a bit. But nice mushroom. 25.05. Another pretty consistent lap with the first one. 25.56. So both drivers playing pretty consistent. But now Haddock has widened his lead. And I didn't even see it. Maybe he took that third mushroom cut. Or not. Decided not to. Played it safe. Possibly. Looks like it from the lap times. 1:15.52. And 1:16.54. Solid stuff from both. Good strategizing. I think Cheech was making the right decisions. Going a little risky, but then bringing it back a bit. Just trying to get through. Okay, so Haddock did go for that third mushroom cut, but maybe got a bit of a drag there. Seeing the updates in the Discord chat here. Yeah, very nice splits for both, honestly. Some very consistent laps. Let's see. So it's 1-1 here. And it is Cheech's pick. Going to KD 3 lap. Going to the desert. Haddock is ready. Cheech is ready. And they are off whenever the internet decides to get these messages there. Ooh, a little bonk on that cactus from Haddock. Goes right into the mushroom. Same for Cheech. No hill hops here. Both looking pretty good. Haddock using 2 mushrooms. Cheech using just the one on that curve. $34.67, $34.64, but with an extra shroom. So got a bit of a lead and an extra shroom there for Cheech. Both kept past that train, which is big. Don't want any big mistakes. Lap 1, get held up by that train. All right, Cheech bonking into the fence a bit, but has the mushroom to recover. $36.52, $36.01. So a bit more of a lead for Cheech. About a half second ahead. Neither one has a mushroom this time. Cheech catches a little sand, cart dancing, but gets a nice line into the sand. Might be kind of evened out now. $147.78. $147.45. Dang, that's a close one. Good race. But another point to Cheech. Very nice one. Well played by both. Cheech booking it with those MTs. Yeah, that was interesting seeing the two different shroom strats there. All right, Haddock choosing another shortcut, or his first shortcut pick. Royal Raceway shortcut 3-lap. All right, Cheech is ready. Haddock is ready. Give him the countdown. And they will be off. So I know this is one Haddock's practiced. He chose it in the match that Haddock and I played against each other, and it was a good choice because I had not practiced it for a while. Dang. Okay, so Cheech actually gets the advantage there. Haddock was a little too low or something on the first attempt, but gets it the second time pretty clean. The spin out. You hate to see it. Cheech coming into the finish line. 36-21. So Haddock is hoping that Cheech messes this up. 50-36, so Haddock is behind about 15 seconds here with that first one not going well. Cheech gets it nice and clean with the mushroom. Haddock comes in clean on the second one. No spin out this time. 36-31. So nice, another 36. Dang. $35.86. So nice lap from Haddock, but got a lot more ground to make up here. That was pretty close there, right on the seam, but gets it. Cheech coming in. Looks like he's got this one. And even gets the swag finish. 148.11. And oh, super swag ending for Haddock. Nice. Actually, that was super swag to be put back in right there. Especially because it was kind of, over already. Oh, and Cheech gets the actual shortcut PR. GG. Love seeing that in a one-try match. Yeah, I was thinking after that first lap, I was like, dang, you're getting like, those are two consistent laps, and then the third one is way better. That's awesome. Nice job. If I had to guess, that probably beats my shortcut 3-lap. But I don't know. I haven't played that one in a while. So that is a set for Cheech. The Cheech comeback a little bit there. 2 sets for Haddock, 1 from Cheech. And that's just the way it goes sometimes when you think, I was even thinking that was a solid pick for Haddock because I've seen him practicing it. He beat me with that shortcut in our match. And it's, just goes to show. Never know what's going to happen. And then once something like that happens, it can snowball easily from there. And Cheech managed to keep it together. All right, Cheech is choosing Luigi Raceway Flap. Trying to think. I think that's a legal choice. I forget how many times you can use the shortcuts in Flap. Oh, okay. And Haddock wisely catching that it is his own pick since Cheech won. All right, Haddock bringing it back to Sherbert Land, 3-lap, which was a solid start to the round for him. Seems like a wise pick. Both are ready. Cheech is praying for no penguins this time. That is pretty much always the case on Sherbert Land. Yo, Ethan, thanks for the follow. Oh, and Kakanu. Alright, get focused on these drivers. Nice crack jump from Cheech. Both looking pretty good so far. See how these penguins in the cave treat them. Haddock, once again, getting through pretty smooth. Way better on that first shroom for Cheech than the first match. Or the first set. 33.62. 33.87. So Haddock's got about a fifth of a second lead. But pretty solid from both. No big blunders so far. Haddock squeezes in between that penguin, bonks the wall a little bit. Cheech goes a little bit wider, misses the penguin. Both wise choices, honestly. 34.01, 33.72. So it's a little more even. Cheech might have gotten a tiny bit of a lead. 10th of a second, maybe. Haddock getting a nice clean line through there. Same for Cheech. Cheech is really shooting for that comeback, getting as many sets as we can. 141.04 and 140.88. Nice one, Cheech. This is great stuff. Yeah, this is crazy. One of the reasons why I wanted to commentate on this match is that both of these players are really great and they know each other very well. They're good friends and they both strategize very well, and you never know when something like this happens. It's happened to me in a match before. You do well on a track, so you pick it again, but then, the second time your opponent might come back and learn from their own mistakes. Got Schlanks coming in, rooting for the Cheech comeback, which, at this point in the game, I would love to see that, so we could get to, if we have a 5-set match, it's always fun. But you never know. Haddock's got the skills. All right, Cheech picking that LR flap now. Haddock is not willing to throw for content. All right, both of them ready. Give them the countdown. And see what happens. Just trying to get tight lines around this wonderful raceway here. Beautiful raceway. Both getting pretty good start boost there. Nice SSMTs, a little bit of cart dance maybe from Cheech. A little sand there as well. Had it getting a pretty nice line out of the tunnel into the mushroom. Definitely better than Cheech's. Hitting the wall a bit. 32.17. 33.07. It's a tough one. But that is another one for Haddock. Claims it. A little bit of sand and some rough lines right before the shroom for Cheech, but not bad at all. Valiant effort. But now we are tied 1-1 in set 3 or set 4. Haddock hovering over TT, and that is his pick. Okay. Cheech says, "Oh boy, let's-a go." Okay. Cheech is ready. Haddock is ready. Count them down. Haddock putting a little TT from DKR emote in the chat. Very appropriate. All right, a little bit of a dance there for Haddock to get into the start boost line, but good recovery. Cheech firing off 2 shrooms. Little unconventional. Haddock making it pretty clean around all these turns. And Cheech looking pretty good too. 51.26, 50.41. So Cheech just using all 3 mushrooms on that first lap. Ooh, Haddock just going right through that bus's wheel there, but does not collide. Oh, so close on that truck. It was a good reflex there from Haddock, just dropping the MT, avoiding disaster. Looks like they're relatively even right now with the delay. So probably not too far apart. However, Haddock still has 2 mushrooms. 51.03, 50.83. So Haddock's really going to try to get everything he can out of those mushrooms, which he did. Nice curve there. Both are looking pretty clean on this lap 3. Final stretch, bit of cart dance to avoid traffic. This section is always tricky, but both get through clean. 233.08, 232.13. Another one for Cheech. I honestly was pretty skeptical about the mushroom strats there, but Cheech really kept it going. Jeez. And that's pretty impressive that your lap 2 and 3 were both 50s as well, like not that far behind your lap 1 where you used all 3 mushrooms. That was pretty nice. So this brings us to set point once again. Cheech looking to tie up the sets, get us to that legendary five round match. And it is Cheech's pick. So we'll see what the strategy is here. The fans want set 5. Yes, we do. We want to see it. But also, we will assume Haddock's probably not going to be thrown for content, and he's going to do his best. Is it too early to do Wario Stadium 3-lap again? I don't think so, but I'm trying to think of how many sets ago that was. I think, yeah, Haddock is saying thought it was in set 2, which was my understanding as well, so I think it is good. All right, so that seems like a solid pick for Cheech. He definitely had a very good Wario Stadium, but just like with Sherbertland, we could see things might not always go the same way. Both are ready. Give them the countdown. This is premium wah content here. Pretty nice start boost there from Haddock. Tricky to get that line on the hills, so he might have a bit of an advantage there on Cheech just from the start. See how aggressive both these players go here. Pretty tight there for Cheech. Bounce over the hill from Haddock. Tight line around. Similar mushroom from Cheech. Maybe a little bit wider. But both are looking pretty good. Both hitting the MTs up that hill pretty nice. A little bit of a bonk from Cheech, but nothing too crazy. Pretty solid from both so far. Haddock getting that 114.94. Nice. He's cruising 115.24, so Haddock's got the lead by about a third of a second. See how both are going pretty tight around these hills, these corners. A little wide on that mushroom, but Haddock seems to adjust in pretty well. And that was kind of wide from Cheech and missed the MT, so looks like a little better on that for Haddock. Cheech a little wide around that corner too. But definitely keeping up good pace. Haddock Haddock is definitely cruising here. Trying to make up for the last Wario Stadium. Another 114, 75. Very good from Haddock. 114.87 from Cheech. So still Haddock ahead. A little under a half second. Anything can happen though. But they are looking pretty close. Bit of a bonk from Cheech around that corner. Haddock gets a nice line on the mushroom. And pretty nice from Cheech also. Both looking pretty good this lap. Cheech cart dancing a little bit. Missing one MT. I'm guessing it's looking good for Haddock here since he's been driving tight, no big mistakes. All 114s, very nice. So let me get the track here. 344.25 and 345.01. Haddock getting it back, running it back. Super clean. Really nice one from Cheech too, though. Haddock is consistent when the mic is off. That's funny. This is great stuff here. Both of those Sherbert Land and Wario Stadium switched from one to another, taking them within the game. I was thinking that was a wise pick for Cheech again, since he had a solid Wario Stadium, but just goes to show you never know what's going to happen. And yeah, I mean, honestly, Cheech drove that really well. No huge mistakes, just a couple of bonks. Little cart dance and a missed MT. But Haddock was locking in. Cheech is playing amazing. That's true. And Haddock is really getting the let out as well. All right, Haddock choosing Rainbow Road Flap. Lock in, chat. Lock in. All right, Haddock is ready. Oh, and Cheech is ready, but I responded before that, saying how good of a round this is. All right, Cheech's chance to grasp it back. Could be game point, could be set point. But we have to wait through the longest lap of the game to find out. The longest fast lap, at least. All right, was that a extra MT there, maybe from Haddock right at the start? Both getting pretty good shrooms there at the start. Maybe a little fumbling over the first or second one for both. Both getting past that, both of those chomps. See how chomp number 3 does. Haddock right through. Cheech also getting through easy. No big problems. Maybe dropping 1 or 2 MT here. Pretty nice shroom there from Haddock. tight line there from Cheech. Might have choked the MT. Got the sound, it's kind of hard to tell with this one. But they are not too far away. Going into this final curve where you basically jump right into a slide because of the slope. Haddock through the chomp. 140.05. 139.92. Oh! Cheech brings it into set 5. Wait, what was it? It was 139. I missed it. A heads up to Cheech. You gotta. I should have said it the first time. Pause at the end of the flap, so that we can record the 95. So we can get it down, but we got it anyway. This is exciting. I honestly was thinking that Haddock's was looking pretty good, but they were definitely very close. This is pretty sweet. We love the drama. Love the set 5. It's all good, Cheech. No worries. Oh wait, it was 92. Well, it's recorded now, and it was 03 off. we got the important stuff. Yeah, I think I've done that at least once in a one try, that I also got so glued to the screen, and you're just I mean, especially in the race like that where it is either game point or set point. Tracks reset. I think you are right. It's on the odd numbered sets, so we are back. And Haddock going right off the bat to a crazy pick here with Moo Farm 3-lap. Yo, Matthew. Going into the final set here. Very, very hype around. All right, both are ready. Give them the countdown. Here we go. What will happen? I know Haddock has been grinding at least the fast lap, maybe some 3-lap too, a lot recently. So he's very well practiced on it, but as we have seen, Cheech is very well practiced on all tracks as somebody who has been more into versus, but recently has been doing a lot of time trials grind, so it makes sense that he's already very familiar with these tracks. 25.36 I saw from him. I missed Haddock's. I gotta keep my eyes on those splits. But Haddock's first lap looked pretty good. Ooh, right on that mole. It was so close. Oh, and Cheech hits one as well. He was so close to just like taking a safe line through there. So both get like 26, mid 26 laps. So this is going to be a close one. Throwing for content. Well, I mean, they both, if you're making that argument, then they both threw. Haddock gets through okay. Cheech waiting to get a confident line through there. 117.03. Haddock takes that one. $117.48. Really not that far apart. Especially with those the simultaneous mole hit. Yeah, it seemed like Cheech was kind of waiting until he could really see where all the mole holes were there to get a clean shroom through there, which I sometimes do myself. You can kind of follow the line of like the one of those shadows over the hill and sort of eyeball it, but it's tough to get it through every time. All right, so that was probably a wise pick for Haddock since he's been grinding that one a good amount. But yeah, I mean, if Haddock hit that, or if Cheech hadn't hit it that shroom or that mole on the second lap, could have gone his way. All right, Cheech bringing it back to Yoshi Valley 3 lap, which went well for him last time. But as we've seen, these repeat tracks, it's not a guarantee. But I do like that pick. It should be fun. It was a good one the first time. They are counted down. Haddock is off. Cheech is off a few seconds behind. All right, a little weird line there for Haddock on the first shroom. Gets caught in the wall, but no spinies. That was nice from Cheech getting through there. Not the tightest line, but no spinies. Seems like good choice. Cheech's pace looking a little bit better at the moment, even with the lag. 31:43, 30:24. So Cheech about a second ahead, taking the safe route while Haddock goes through the risky route and gets that time save. So that's definitely what he needs to do. And both getting over the hairpin jump. No hill hops, no null tires here. Just trying to get clean laps. 30:81, 31:28. So maybe Cheech's lead went down a bit under a second. And once again, Haddock trying to get some time save back and succeeding, getting through those spinies. Very well played. Cheech taking the safe route again, but he had pretty nice lead from the first lap. All right. 132.50. Oh, that was so close. 132.64 within less than 1500ths. Wow, that was very well played by Haddock. Taking the riskier strats after that first lap, he knew he was behind, but he got it. Wow. That makes the third repeat track here that we've had that has changed favor. And so close, too. It's not even like there was a huge difference. All right, Haddock taking an early lead here in this set. We've got all twos on the screen and 1-0, I guess. All right. And Haddock bringing it back to BC 3 lap, another repeat. But an exciting pick nonetheless. Game point. Both are ready. See how this one goes. Both getting pretty nice start boosts and first mushrooms there. Had it going in right between the thwomps on the inside. Cheech getting the outside line pretty good. Had it kind of clips there on the slide. Losing a bit of time. We got 38.93, 38.20, so Cheech has got the lead here. More than a half second. Haddock just getting through there clean. Oh, and Cheech hits the thwomp. Dang it. That is a tough spot. But you never know what's going to happen. If Cheech keeps going, that was a nice stair clip there. Stair hop. It's not over till it's over. I'll just say that. 38.77. And the times are not on there because of the viewfinder or whatever. View selector. And Cheech hitting another flop there. It's a tricky spot. Seemed like Haddock was just not going for the MT into the hallway, but going on the right side. Uh-oh. To just get through that thwomp clean. 155.89. Looks like Cheech's stream lagged there for a second. That was an amazing round from both, honestly. It was a great match. 158.99. Almost another flat. Very well played by both. Very good strategies. Exciting turns back and forth. The Cheech comeback was huge. He really evened that out. But then Haddock laid down the law in this final set. Goes to Haddock. Congrats. Yes, absolutely. I was happy to be able to commentate this one. Let me see if anybody is streaming cart. Give them a raid. Got 21 viewers. Wow. Pretty solid for my own numbers. Just the mark of a good match. Let's see, could send you to Abel. Playing some Mario Kart DS. 32 tracks. Speedrun world records. Attempts. Those swamps are very unpredictable. But you played very well, both of you. All right. See you later, everybody.